Your station, your music, your student voice. Radio Sonar.
I got a real wildcat on my lap. I got an elephant on my back. I got a fever running up to my head. I got a jet plane taking off in my bed. Everybody knows, but nobody really knows. I'm feeling it comes and goes, but nobody really knows. And if you find out who you are and where you're going, and you find someone who loves you when you weren't even trying, you're doing better, 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 better than me. And if you come out on top and you don't even sweat it, like a Roman emperor, if you got it, go get it. You're doing better, 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 better than me. I got a hot air balloon in a rocket ship race. I got fangs where my teeth were yesterday. I feel the pressure building up in my room. I see a spelling mistake written on my tomb. Everybody knows, but nobody really knows. I'm feeling it comes and goes, but nobody really knows. And if you find out who you are and where you're going, and you find someone who loves you when you weren't even trying, you're doing better, 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 better than me. And if you come out on top and you don't even sweat it, like a Roman emperor, if you got it, go get it. You're doing better, 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 better than me. Better, 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 better than me. And I got no time for doing it wrong or for doing it right. I just wanna fight, 'cause I might be right. And if you find out who you are and where you're going, and you find someone who loves you when you weren't even trying, you're doing better, 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 better than me. And if you come out on top and you don't even sweat it, like a Roman emperor, if you got it, go get it. You're doing better, 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 better than me.
Love the peace when I feel alone. It's a part of me that I never run from. Black and white, playing clean surround. Feet on the ground, but I hate it down there. Hot and cold, young and old, all the more I know, the less I feel right. Hot and cold, young and old, all the more I know, the less I feel.
I'm high and I'm low, no control, but everything's looking peach. I'm high and I'm low, no control,
hard to see me down. I cry and cry upon the ground. A simple price to pay for all the love I feel.
I'm high and I'm low, no control, but everything's looking peach now.
So I don't need to know what it feels like, oh, 'cause everything's looking peach now. No, I don't need to know what it feels like, oh, 'cause everything's looking peach now. Everything's looking peach now. Everything's looking peach now.
Hello.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Welcome to the weekly football breakfast
Hello there.
on a Wednesday
In the
from
morning.
9 in the morning. From 9 till 11. We have moved, as some of you might have noticed last week, but just to confirm, we're now on a Wednesday morning from 9 till 11. We used to be on a Thursday from 9 till 10:30, but that has now changed. So we've got more content, we've got more action, we've got more football.
More time, 2 hours. Used to be an hour and a half.
Exactly, so we got more of everything. The one thing we do not have more of is hosts. We actually have less because James is not here. He's a busy man. We don't actually know where he is.
We probably should have asked him, but we didn't.
We didn't.
So he's kind of.
But he might call in, so that should be an interesting
We'll ask him. Actually, no.
segment.
I don't know what his reason is, but
Well, anyway, whatever his reason is, James is not here. And speaking of call-ins, we did have a call-in last week. We had my mate Brandon call in, very passionate Chelsea fan. So if you want to check that out, then you can go on our YouTube. The Weekly Football Breakfast, if you type that in, it does come up, apparently, according to
Yeah.
Luke. And the channel is called WTB.
FB.
FB.
You keep on saying
why do I say...
WTB.
Because I
What
guess
are you
it's
like?
Dirt Weekly.
Yeah.
Because I forget first I used TWFB.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's the WFB. Go check it out. All the previous shows will be on there. This show will be on there. Having said that, this show will probably be on there next week. And this week's upload is classic from last month.
It is.
So it's
An
one
absolute classic.
it's one we haven't uploaded yet. So kicking things off this week, we got last week's weekly five. Luke has all the scores here. Jamie did the weekly five last week. And for those of you who don't know, I kind of explain this every week. I just feel like if we've got
We
anyone
have new listeners every week.
yeah, if we've got anyone new, well, obviously we do, then we need to make sure they know what's up. So the weekly five is where one of us predicts 5 fixtures from that week, and the other two have no clue what those fixtures are until the live show. And when that happens, we predict the fixtures as well, the scores, and the following week we kind of go back, preview them, and see who got the scores closer, and whoever gets the scores closer, not just the results but the score, gets a point. These points are then added up and then totaled. The current standing is Luke's on 5.
Is it still 5-2-2?
Yeah, I'm on 2.
It's been
and
5-2-2 for absolutely ages.
yeah, it has, mainly because we've been off air.
Yeah. I do know.
I don't know how you got 5 ahead. It's all a bit mad.
See, it's the scores on how to game
Well,
the system.
it's basically all on this, because if you win this, then you've got a huge gap, whereas my chance to close the gap and Jamie's chance to close the gap as well. Although, as I always say, this arguably he's on -3, but
Yeah.
or -8 by now. Or actually no, -13, because this is the third show he's missed.
I think the points that he gets deducted should increase every time he doesn't turn up. It's only fair. I don't know his reason, to be fair.
We should just like take 2 off every time he's not here. So he's on 0 again.
Fine.
Right, anyway.
He's not going to win. I'm going to win, so...
Well, we'll see about that. Luke, I think you should go through.
Right. I'm just trying to get my head around this piece of paper in front of me. It's IKEA piece of paper, I think. Last week, the games were that we tried to predict the score: Man City, Arsenal, Japan versus Qatar, the Asian Cup final, Southampton Palace, Barca versus Valencia, and QPR versus Portsmouth. The first game, Man City, Arsenal, that finished 3-1 to Man City. Jamie predicted 2-0 to City. I predicted 3-1 to City, and John Boy predicted 2-1 to City. So I win that one.
See, I knew one of us predicted 3-1.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure.
Well,
who.
I think because I predicted 3-1, and you didn't want to go the same score as me.
Yeah, that's probably the case. Just don't mind me, my microphone's about to fall
Yeah,
off.
these mic stands are a little
Right.
loose.
Here we go. Okay.
All good.
Oh, this is not much better now.
Okay. Then the Asian Cup final. I can't remember the exact name of the competition. That's how educated I am. But we have Japan versus Qatar.
Again, as I said last week, I mean, Qatar's borderline Asia.
Yeah.
It's Middle East side. I think it doesn't really
that's
fit
in
into
Asia,
Asia.
isn't it?
Like, well, no, the Middle East is the Middle East. I mean, like, if you look at it geographically,
Yeah, but
it doesn't really.
it's not its own continent, its own right, though.
I mean, I guess it's not, but it's culturally and geographically and politically, it's just nothing like Asia.
But it's in Asia.
But I think according to FIFA, I mean,
According to geography.
it makes sense. It makes sense because you can't have like a Middle East competition
Yeah.
because there would be people
No, but
dying.
according
Like that
to-
would be fierce.
Yeah. But I just,
Imagine like Jordan playing Israel.
Yeah, I know that'd be a lot of conflict there.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of controversy.
But just if you look at it in a geography in a book, there's like the constants. That's what I mean. It's not FIFA like making up the rules.
I know what you mean, but I think if you, I mean, geographically, I guess that's kind of up to
I think that's-
interpretation there. But I mean, culturally and like kind of politically, if you look at Japanese culture against Qatar, I mean, there's huge difference. I mean, even religions.
Yeah, but I mean,
Huge factor.
Scottish culture is different to, like, say, Spanish culture, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's all kind of European culture, right?
Yeah, but there's large differences.
And that's the same. Yeah,
No,
obviously,
I get what you're saying,
obviously
but it's
there's
like, I don't
differences.
think FIFA can just, like...
I know they can't, but I think it just feels weird that Qatar are kind of named in Asia's. I think Australia's named in Asia.
Yeah.
But how big is Asia? How big do...
They're too good for Oceania. Which one is it?
Oceania,
Oceania.
I think.
They're too good for that, so they just play in
Or
Asia.
Oceania. No, it's not Oceania, because
But
that's the Southampton.
yeah, but that might be named after the continent.
I just realised most people won't be listening to us on a Wednesday morning, because student night at Oceania, Chica Tuesdays.
Oh yeah.
I think everyone goes out on a Tuesday. Anyway, Qatar, Japan.
They get up, John Ball, don't worry. They get up to listen to us. Japan versus Qatar. We all doubted I was going to say Qatar's nickname, but I don't know their nickname. We all doubted Qatar. Jamie said 2-1 to Japan. I said 3-0 to Japan. You said 4-0 to Japan. The actual result, Qatar won. I
3-1.
don't have it in front of me. Is it 3-1?
3-1.
Wow.
I mean, the Wi-Fi is really slow today. I
Yeah.
would check their nickname.
Okay. I could do
but-
it right now. My Wi-Fi's working.
I mean, I guess in a way this is kind of a shock. It shows that we all predicted Japan to win. I mean, Japan are kind of becoming an established member of world football. You know, they've consecutively been at several World Cups now.
Yeah.
The Japanese league is kind of... I mean, I remember in 2002... Well, I don't remember because I was 2, but...
I have a very good memory.
I know that in 2002, the World Cup was hosted by... It was co-hosted by South Korea and Japan. And that whole World Cup was there to kind of give the South Korean Japanese football, domestic football, a boost and kind of get I think it's the Korea League is the K League.
The K League, yeah.
And the J League in Japan.
Yeah, inventive.
To kind of get that going, and that hasn't really taken off. However, the national team isn't bad. I mean, in 2010 they think they keep getting round of 16 like Mexico. They always get to the round of 16.
Yeah, they're that kind of level.
2010 they did. I'm not too sure about 2014, but in 2018 they did play that really good game against Belgium. Was it against Belgium when they scored 2 in like 4 minutes?
Yeah, and then Chadley broke their hearts.
Yeah, Chadley.
He is a heartbreaker, to be fair. I know, I'm a Spurs fan.
So I guess Qatar winning that is a bit of, probably a fix. I mean, that's how they managed to get the World Cup. So.
You see that English guy got arrested for wearing a Qatar shirt?
Really?
It was in Saudi Arabia, I think.
No.
And because they put the restrictions, they're all basically, all those countries in the Middle East said, we don't like Qatar now for some reason, so it's illegal to show support in those countries for Qatar. So, you know, it's kind of strange.
When the World Cup's coming up.
Yeah, 2022.
Only 3 years now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, 3.5. But.
That's mad. It's only a year to the Euros.
So it is only, and we're going to be here.
We're going to be right here.
Live. We should do a live. I mean, we probably might be able to do this. It depends on the timetables. We should do like a live watch along.
Yeah.
No, we should get the game on there.
We could actually.
I'm pointing. Well, obviously, radio's a blind medium, so no one sees where I'm pointing to. But I'm pointing in the direction of northwest, and I'm pointing towards the desk.
At the desk, it's grey in colour.
It's grey in colour, and there's a
flashing lights.
There's a monitor there.
Perfect for.
It's
European
perfect for a
football.
watch along, and maybe we should get a camera in here as well, so we got our faces in this. Oh no, I just realised there's a huge TV behind me.
Oh, a Fujitsu TV.
Yeah,
it doesn't look very modern.
It does not. I mean, yeah, but Euro 2020.
Yeah,
we should kind of organise like a live. I mean, I guess this is live, but like a live watch along.
I don't think it would be good for my self pride because we can see how many people are watching.
What do you mean?
If we do like a live watch along, say it's on YouTube or something, we stream it.
Oh, you mean like we should? Oh, okay.
Well, that's what you meant.
No, I meant like do a radio show while we're watching it, and then we'll get footage, and then we'll upload that to YouTube. So if you want to see the footage, you need to go on YouTube at the live.
Okay, that's better.
But I mean, we could do a live on YouTube.
No,
Check out the YouTube.
No one's going to watch that.
That's 2 plugs already in the space of.
Check what YouTube. I don't think
9
YouTube
minutes.
need the plug on Radio Sonar.
No, I mean plug. We're plugging our YouTube.
Oh, yeah, WFB.
But yeah, that's an interesting concept there. Going back to the weekly 5. So none of us got that right. So far, it is 1 to Luke because he got the Man City score.
Yeah.
And 9 points for me and Jamie. So that kind of sums up the whole weekly 5. Currently, that's a metaphor. But I think we got 3 more. Yeah, 3 more fixtures there.
We got 3 more, but I don't think we have enough time until the next song plays.
You know what? This is the thing with studio radio. The song might play, or it might not play.
It's a little game.
We're just going to have to find out.
Should we find out?
Should we find out? Should we wait for the song?
We have 20 seconds left. 20 seconds.
20 seconds on the clock.
Should we just count down? Okay, we're all looking at the screen now, everybody, because radio's a blind medium. Just counting down now.
We should make audio books.
Yeah, we should.
Oh no, you should, because I think you got a good voice for it. You got
a deeper voice than me. Right, it's a song going to play.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The song is playing, as you may be aware. So we're going to be right back.
Heavy like a stone, waiting for the river to run. I wanna lash out, I wanna let it out, 'cause I can feel it on the back of my tongue, on the back of my tongue. Oh, hard to hold this fire inside me. Oh, I know sometimes it's frightening, hard to hold
Right, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Slight technical error there.
Yeah, the
we
music
do not
stopped
know
playing.
what happened. Music did play, and then it didn't. So, again, the
Good
magic
summary.
of student radio there, it's somewhat out of our control. However, the good news is that we are back.
We can control that,
Yeah, for the second bit of our show. And
which is the second part of the Weekly 5.
Indeed. And we're going to continue the Weekly 5 review of last week.
Yes.
And then we'll do this week's Weekly 5. So much excitement in one segment. So much excitement.
There really is.
So far we had Man City against Arsenal. Lou
I
got
got a
that
point for that
correct
because
because
I
he
predicted
said
that
it's
one right.
spot on. I was one goal off. So that's the magic of the Weekly 5. You need to predict the score exactly spot on for you to get
as
a point.
closest to as possible. For
That's true,
instance,
but-
we haven't awarded
let
any
Luke
points
explain.
to the Qatar-Japan game. We all said... So Jamie wins that one because he predicted 2-1 to Japan. So,
I mean, he gets a point there.
yeah. So that's just kind of lucky.
So
They had a
yeah,
bit more
it
faith in
is
Japan.
whoever gets closer, even if the result goes the other way.
Oh, I found out Qatar's nickname, by the way. The Maroons.
The Maroons.
The Maroons.
Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense.
Maroon 5, maybe?
No, it's because of their flag.
No, I didn't think it was because of...
Because their flag is like white and maroon.
I'm aware of the design.
Yeah, so. But the funny story behind that, Bahrain's flag
Yeah.
is the same as Qatar's flag, but it's red.
Oh,
And Qatar's flag used to be like that as well, till it got, faded out by the sun. So the sun kind of,
what, when they would fly the flag in Qatar?
yeah,
The sun would...
this heat would kind of suck out the
Ah.
colour.
Is it not
and
as
they would
hot in Bahrain then?
Well, I would assume it is, but they just got better flag quality. I don't
Or they've
I
more
don't know.
shade?
I mean, but
maybe.
more shade. But historically, that's why it's brown.
Ah. There you go.
Some trivia there.
Bit of history.
So,
In the weekly football
continuing
breakfast.
on to the results.
The next one was Southampton versus Crystal Palace. That was on Wednesday. Me and Jamie went to that game. Jamie's not here. I don't know where he is. We don't know where he is. The actual result was 1-1. Wilfred Zaha got sent off, which was very entertaining to see. Jamie said Palace were going to win 3-1. I said Palace were going to win 2-0. And John Boy, you said Southampton were going to win by 3-2. I think you take the point there because you predicted the smallest goal margin.
Indeed.
So you get a
I
point.
guess, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Okay, what's the score? 2...
2-1-1.
No, it's 1-1-1 at the
Wow,
moment.
it's 1-1-1.
So it's going down to the last two games, everybody. Right, QPR versus Portsmouth, the FA Cup replay. Jamie predicted 1-0 to QPR. I predicted 2-0 to QPR. You predicted 4-3 on pens. You really kind of went out of this one, and we agreed if you got that prediction correct, you'd just win the whole
Yeah.
this
The
week's
week- the week
Weekly
of-
5.
I'm a risk taker in this weekly
You are.
5. I've always gone for the dodgy score,
Yeah. Well-
unlikely. But I think 1 week I'm going to pull it off because this was the first time someone's ever predicted pens,
Historical.
and I think I'm gonna pull it off this season. I'm gonna go for like a 5-4, and it's gonna come in. So I'm gonna pull it off one day, but today it's not today.
Yeah,
Sadly,
it's not working, is it?
no, it's not.
Don't mean to throw shade, but it isn't. Fine.
Moving on.
I got that one correct, so a 2-0 safe scoreline against Portsmouth.
Who gets a point
Again.
again?
So, let's see. Leeds versus Norwich. The final score was 3-1 to Norwich. And Jamie wins the round because he predicted 1-1 draw. I said 3-0 Leeds, you said 2-1 Leeds. So,
What was the actual score?
it was 3-1 to Norwich, but we didn't put our faith in Norwich. We said Leeds were going to win, so we
Oh.
got out of it.
So Jamie wins that.
No, it's me and Jamie of a draw.
With a draw.
So usually, if he was here, we'd do rock paper
You
scissors.
do rock paper scissors, but because he's not here, I'll
and
get
we
the
have no
point.
idea where he is. We might need him to call in. Is there like a verbal form of rock paper scissors? We probably need to learn it if we're doing radio.
No. You know what? We'll do a trivia question. I'll search up a question. And whoever answers it correctly first
Okay,
gets the point.
it better be good.
Either that or I get the point.
No,
Do I not?
we're not doing that. We are not.
That would be fair.
Oh, you
Okay,
tried it.
well that kind of sucks because not only did I not get a point? we now don't have a winner of this week's Weekly 5.
We will by the end of the episode.
We're going to have to wait for Jamie, so I guess that kind of gives us a suspense there. We
It
kind
does.
of
Keep
drawn
listening.
we hooked the viewer now.
Exactly. They have no choice.
So you're going to have to stick around to find that out.
You have to.
What a shame.
You have no choice.
But this week's Weekly 5, I've done it this week. And I've got a huge variety here. I say that I've got 4 different competitions, but I think they're all been done before on the Weekly 5. So there's nothing new here, but it is quite a big variety.
Spice of life.
So I think, Luke, pen to paper, please.
Yes. IKEA pencil, I think.
Is it?
You said that
it's
last
the
week.
same as last week.
It does say IKEA on it.
It
so
is.
That's incorrect. Factual.
Speaking of IKEA, I think we were speaking last week about certain brands making shirts, and we were saying that should be a Gucci shirt or Supreme shirt. So there should be like an IKEA themed, maybe Sweden. That would kind of make sense.
IKEA would make a good sponsor.
They would.
It looked very
Got a
smart.
Good logo,
on the,
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Man City against Chelsea.
Right.
It's taking place this Sunday.
I need to position my microphone so I can write
And
it down.
the fixtures have been interesting for City because obviously they just had Arsenal. Now I've got Chelsea. They've got United to play this month, I believe. So, I mean, what are you saying, Luke? First of all, and by the way, Jamie can't. Can Jamie participate in this?
Jamie cannot because he's not here.
But he could call in.
He could call. Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
So we're going to come back to this week's Weekly 5 as well later.
Is that complicating things?
That's not. It's just going to have to say his scores and then we'll do the trivia question
Okay.
to decide last week's winner.
So when he does call in, we'll just...
I mean, that's an if. If he does score.
I know for a fact he's on a train right now, so he might be listening.
Is he? Is that a fact?
He said that, yeah.
When?
Yesterday.
Oh.
He's
so
on a
you
train
don't know if he's on a
subscription.
train. We could have missed this train.
That's a good point. Very
Anyway,
good point. Could have died.
Man
Right.
City, Chelsea.
Man City, Chelsea.
That was died. Man City, Chelsea.
Don't know, think about that. Right. Man City versus Chelsea. I think Man City are going to win against Chelsea 3-1. I think that's a safe scoreline in this the Weekly 5.
The 3-1 has been a popular choice.
It has, by me, and I'm winning.
This is the annoying thing because personally, I've been getting the results right, but Luke's been getting the scores right, and that's been a key difference there.
That's the key to winning.
Well, I've said 2-0 City. Mainly because they're playing at home. I was thinking about giving Chelsea a chance in this, but you know, the fact that they just kind of, I wouldn't say brushed, but they beat Arsenal, so they didn't brush them aside, but that's a comfortable scoreline, 3-1, and I think similar score there. I nearly gave Chelsea a goal because obviously Higuain. Did you see his goal against Huddersfield?
I think it was a very good goal.
It was
but
a
then
very good
again,
goal.
Huddersfield, they have 11 points.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a fact as well. And then we're going to have to see what Jamie says. Next Tuesday, huge game. United against PSG.
Oh, Champions League.
Champions League is back.
I don't
but
think
it's only
about
back. There's only 2 games on the Tuesday. Because we get into that state. Because it's the round of 16. It's a 2-week period that the Champions League is back on. So it'll be on next week and then the following week as well. Because they're playing 4 teams are playing each day, so there's like 2 games. So 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday. That's 4, and then another 4 the following week. Or am I not making sense? And they're all first legs.
Right. I'll take that. To be fair,
I think that calculation might be wrong, but the point is that this is like a double thing. So yeah, I think we should go down in grapes for this.
yes. Oh no, too expensive.
Is it?
I don't want to slander.
What? The grapes.
Last time, I can't remember what I bought, but it was something. It was like a really cheap beer. It was like Foster's or something, and it was too expensive.
Same Spoons doesn't have any TVs.
I know.
Oh, we should go on the Spitfire.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to be watching and reviewing that next week probably, because it is a big game. I think for me personally, obviously being a United fan, this is the game that I've been dreading ever since the draw. But I am confident ahead of this one.
Oh.
I saw this thing that the win against Leicester meant that Solskjaer now has the same amount of wins as Jose as Premier League manager this season. So he's now won 7 games, same as Jose. So there's something there.
He's got done for tax fraud, hasn't he?
Unbeaten.
Mourinho? He's got done for avoiding taxes.
No, but I don't know about that. But I did see him slip on some ice.
He slipped up both physically and metaphorically by not paying his taxes.
Yeah, he did. He I guess kicked off. I don't know how you'd call that.
Yeah.
But he started a hockey game in Russia, and then he went and slipped on some ice.
Just weird. Why has he got nothing to do?
I guess when you're a manager sat by United, that's kind of the heights you could aspire to.
Yeah, he's just a bit bored, I think. What's he doing? Anyway.
So what's David Moyes?
David Moyes, what about him? What is he doing?
What's he doing?
I can imagine he's doing like
So Louis van Gaal, you know, all these like they should get like a club of like ex United managers.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting because we're on a 10-game unbeaten run, which hasn't happened in probably my lifetime. This is the first time we won consecutively 5 away games since 2012, since under Ferguson.
Oh,
we are looking good. Neymar is confirmed injured for this clash from both rounds, actually. So, and it's at home. So I've had to be optimistic, and I've gone for 2-1 United.
Interesting. Let me just write this down and position my microphone. Not very easy. What did you say again? 2-1 United.
It is a weird score because funny enough, I don't feel like it's going to be 2-1, but I feel like it'll be one of those games where it'll be like 1-1 for a while, and then we might clinch it at the end.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen, and I'm jealous that you got on there first with a 2-1. But I'm going to say 2-0, just because I don't want to use your scoreline. But I agree with that. It'll be a close game, I think. 2-0. Man U. What's the next game?
The next game, it was going to be Leicester Tottenham. For throw in a Spurs game.
I'm going to that one. So if you want to autograph or something, ask me.
Are you looking forward to your new stay? Because I've seen footage now from inside.
I don't think it's ever going to come.
But if it does, are you hyped?
Well, it was going to be brilliant because it was going to be originally for the Liverpool game, which would have been a sick.
How does the season ticket work? Does it the seating?
What, with Wembley?
No, actually no, both.
Well,
do you get the same seats?
With Wembley, get an opportunity to book before every game a different seat, so you don't have a permanent seat in Wembley.
Really?
And the good thing is, if you don't go to a game at Wembley, you can get your money back for that particular game. So say I didn't want to go to Spurs Leicester, I could say give me back like 50 quid or something, and I get it back. I know.
How much is a season ticket, I suppose?
No idea.
I would assume it's in around 600, 700.
I remember it being affordable, like strangely affordable. That's why me and my family got them, because...
Fair enough. Going back, Southampton against Cardiff.
So it's not going to be Spurs Leicester?
No, it's not going to be Spurs
Why not?
Leicester. I thought it would, but then I thought it's kind of a pointless game. I thought Southampton against Cardiff is more of a 6-pointer.
Oh, God.
But I don't know why I keep giving Southampton goals.
Because you're a hometown boy.
I've gone for 2-2.
You're a Solent alumni.
I said 3-2 for the Palace game, and ended 1-1. So I've gone Southampton, Cardiff 2. I thought they'll beat them, and then I was like, nah. I think Cardiff, maybe 2-2 in there.
So, what's the score again for Southampton Cardiff, you said?
2-2. This is probably the least interesting out of the week of 5.
Oh, it's not going to be 2-2, you'll be lucky.
What's that, Luke?
I think there's...
Oh, the lights have just turned off.
No, there's just music. Oh, this technical difficulties right now. They're okay.
Strange. It's the 1975, maybe we should skip that one.
Yeah, I think we should. Are we allowed to do that? I don't think we are.
I mean, who's here to stop us?
They can stop us in retrospect. You can punch a plate in the face.
Anyway, okay, so we're going to play a song and then we're going to come back and continue with the weekly 5. So, enjoy the song.
It's going to do an analogy there.
You learn a couple things when you get to my age. Like friends don't lie and it all tastes the same in the dark. When your vinyl and your coffee collection is a sign of times. You're getting spiritually enlightened at 29. So nice. And you make a lot of money, and it's funny cause you move somewhere sunny and get addicted to drugs and spend obscene amounts on fucking seeds and beans online. So just give yourself a try. Won't you give yourself a try? Won't you give yourself a try? Won't you give?
Welcome back. I have made an observation that, and this goes for Luke because obviously you guys can't see it, but track A doesn't seem to play,
Yeah.
even though we have turned it up. If that is track A.
So we are trying to play the music. Anybody who's part of Radio Sonar is listening. We are trying to play the music, but sometimes it just doesn't play, and we have no idea what's going on.
Yes, that is the case, and obviously track B plays.
It'd
But
probably
when
be
it gets to track A, it just doesn't seem to play, even though we have it turned
Yeah.
on. I mean, it is a new board. What was this?
sound
Mixer.
board mixer.
Soundboard. It is a new desk.
There we go. I think that's the
It's a
term.
new desk, so it might be that, but we have got both channels turned up. So whatever the case is, it's not playing music.
Yeah.
But let's forget about that and talk about football. Let's talk about football because that's why everyone
That's
is
what
here.
you're
That's
here
why
for.
we're here.
I don't care about music.
Okay, weekly 5.
Yeah.
Where were we?
We were at the riveting game of Cardiff versus Southampton. Don't know why you picked that.
It's just a filler. It's the most boring one. I think this round of fixtures is the worst in Premier League history.
Oh, it's a bit
most
of a
boring.
broad statement.
It's those boring round of fixtures.
Alright, you said 2-2. That had finished 2-2. I think it will finish 1-0 to Cardiff. Bobby Reid. It will be Callum Patterson up front, knocking it on with his moustache, right? Not literally with his moustache, but he will be sporting one. Up front, like 90th minute, knock it on. Bobby Reid, outstretched toe, knocks it past Alex McCarthy for the 1-0 win.
If this exact move happens,
I think I win like the whole season,
you win
or
the
just
whole-
automatically.
yeah.
We just don't do the segment anymore. I own it. Right, 1-0. Cardiff. Okay,
Alright, next one.
next one. How many games left? In
Two,
the weekly
two,
five?
two.
Two. Okay, this microphone, honestly, needs a slap.
Atletico playing Real Madrid in La Liga. This is at the weekend. Athletic playing at home. This is the big game in Madrid. Obviously, it does not have the same feeling to it without Ronaldo.
Yeah.
That goes for all Real Madrid games. Real Madrid have famously struggled this season. And even having a Ballon d'Or winner in their team has not kind of rescued them. So they are trailing a bit. They have pulled it back. I have looked at the table. They're third, I believe.
Yeah.
But Atletico are still there. They're still a solid team. Griezmann is still their star player. I mean, I'm surprised they kind of kept Griezmann. I mean, he probably
Fair play
would
to
have,
them.
yeah, he probably would have signed for someone by now. I would have thought.
Well, they have Morata up front, so
And they got Morata.
he could come back to bite Real Madrid, former team. Who knows?
Yes, so it is an interesting fixture because in previous years it would have clearly been, well, not clearly been, but I would have lent more towards Real Madrid, and I had to stay loyal. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Real Madrid.
2-1 to Real Madrid. Okay. Okay, but before I say my
That's
prediction,
the second 2-1 I predicted.
I can
so.
confirm Jamie Perry, our absent co-host, is listening to the show. He said, if Luke has called that Cardiff goal exactly, I'll take all the minus points that you've tried to give me. So, if that Cardiff goal exactly happens, he will be, what, on minus 20 at this point? Let's just give him minus 20.
I mean, at least minus 20.
I think it'd be safe to say he's out of the running. For the
I feel like I'm out of the running, and I'm only Well, right now, potentially, could be 4 points behind come the end of the show.
What's there? How many games left in the Premier League season? Like
12.
13, 12.
I believe 12.
Oh, there's so much time. How is it only? Trying to think this through in my head, but I can't do any maths.
We've done 11. This is the 11th week we've done it,
Okay.
and that's because we had a fat winter break.
Yeah.
But I think next season should be more interesting because we're going to start straight from the off, and
Yeah. It's already interesting right now.
maybe we should
don't
do
you
it on
think?
fair as well, like in August, but it just wouldn't be. the
No,
same.
let's not. I can't be bothered to do
But
it.
I can't wait to start again because Luke's running away with this. Is basically what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Right.
Let's just write up the season. Also, one more thing: does whoever wins the Weekly
Yeah.
Football Breakfast get a trophy or some sort of prize?
They get some sort. We always say this, I guess they get some sort of prize.
Well, I have a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah.
I say that
guess
'cause
they get a
I'm going.
point.
Okay.
I don't know. But
think
if
about
if Jamie, if you are listening, please do call in.
At some point.
Luke's gonna message you about this, but you're gonna have to call in because the Weekly 5 needs to be decided because it was
Yeah.
a draw, and you need to play a little game with Luke, nothing dodgy, to figure out the winner of this week's Weekly 5, and you need to predict these scores as well. So you need to be listening. So Luke, what are you saying?
I'm going to go 2-1 Atletico Madrid. Atleti. Just because, I don't have much faith in Real Madrid. And also, I do like, in these kind of games, Atletico Madrid. And I think Morata will get a goal against his old team.
You reckon so?
Yeah.
There was a bit of hair on your microphone. That's what
I know, I didn't know what was going on there.
Okay, so we've both gone for 2-1s there, but for
the opposite
different
teams.
If it ends up being 2-2, it should be an awkward situation.
Rock, paper, scissors again.
Indeed.
Oh, or a trivia question.
True. I'm going to have to come up with something good here.
We have to have something that can be communicated through audio.
Yes, Luke.
Indeed.
Cheers for that.
Well, you were on board with the rock, paper, scissors last time.
I came up with the rock, paper, scissors.
I think I came up with the rock, paper, scissors. I'm taking credit for it.
Alright, loyal listeners.
Listen back, please.
Listen, please, someone get us something on this, because...
Do we have the episode up on it? I don't think
we do.
Oh, we do.
The one that's going up this week is from the 6th of December.
Jesus.
And that has rock... I'm pretty sure that has rock, paper, scissors, but we've done it in 2 weeks because there were draws in both weeks.
Is that the North Sentinelese Island one where we talk about the North Sentinelese football team?
I think so.
That's a classic.
I don't know.
One.
It might be a bit awkward because I might happen to upload the one that's already uploaded, but I do believe the one on YouTube right now is from the 29th of November, and then 6th of December was our last one before Christmas.
Jamie said it was me that invented, that came up with the idea for rock, paper, scissors.
Fair play.
Yeah.
To be fair, I just remember being involved in this, so that might...
You were there. I do remember that.
No, because it was between me and you at first, and then it was between you and Jamie the second week.
Yeah.
So it's all a bit...
Why don't we do it like
hectic.
rock, paper, scissors, but we just say rock, paper, scissors?
No,
So
because
we
it's
go
on the
rock,
phone,
paper,
there might be a
scissors,
delay.
and we say it at the same time.
No, I reckon we need to test this question, because if there might be a delay
On what? What do you mean?
on the phone.
Oh, yeah, of course. No,
So-
I meant in the studio for the future episodes when we draw.
Oh, so why do we do it with our hands? That's a good question. Why do we do it with our hands if you can't see it? Well, I guess
It's
it
kinda
gives you
hard
more
to
of
hear.
a...
We need a referee listening out.
There's a lot of action that goes on in this studio.
There is.
There's a lot of action. Final game of the Weekly 5. I mean, we're 50 minutes in and all we talked about is the Weekly 5, so...
Yeah. It's very consuming.
It's a controversial segment.
It is.
If you either hate it or you love it.
I know. I think that's what the fans
I think
say.
mostly love it. Okay, National League North.
Why?
He's only got a boy out again.
Oh.
He's only gone there with Blythe Spartans against Darlington.
What do you have for Blythe Spartans? Seriously.
They're kind of my non-league team, Blythe Spartans.
Okay, National League. Why am I writing that down? I don't need to write it down. Blythe Spartans.
Supposed with a Y.
Don't care. Yeah, it is on. I know that.
Blythe Spartans against Darlington.
Darlington. They used to be. Aren't Darlington the team with like a massive stadium? Or am I thinking of a different team? I think there's more than one team with a massive stadium.
Yeah, a
But
lot.
like big for their level, as in like no one turns up to their games and they have a massive stadium.
Like Portsmouth, that.
Again, I'll
As you know,
Google this at some
Portsmouth
point.
do fill out.
Yeah.
They're saying. So Blythe Spires sitting comfortably in mid-table on 39 points. You know, they got a 0 goal difference, so they're kind of a solid team. They won 11 and lost 10. They're probably the most boring team to watch in the National League North. Coming up against Darlington, sitting in the 18th place with 32 points, just above the drop. To be fair, they're 6 points above the drop. However, they only have won 7 after 28 games. So, you know, you decide. But I've gone for a 3-0 Blythe Spires win against Darlington. They are playing at home. This solid side at home. I mean, what can you say, really? This is just a big clash. I'm surprised this is not on TV.
Well, we're covering it, so
It's better than TV.
yeah, I think so. First of all, I want to say Blythe Spartans is actually a brilliant name. The team I was part of as a kid was called Fleet Town Spartans, so great name in overall. Darlington are going to win 1-0. They're going to take it home.
What, despite them being 18th?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a risky.
I'm going to tell you why. Because they have a nice kit last time I remembered. It was black and white stripes.
That's their away kit, I think.
Okay.
Because their home kit is white and green.
Okay, I might change my prediction. I have no basis for this prediction. I want Blythe Spartans to lose.
This is why the Weekly 5 is good, because whoever predicts it gets to do some research beforehand and will predict stuff like this that catches the other people off. I'm pretty sure, was it Jamie that did, or was it someone did like the Icelandic League?
That's a good idea. I don't think...
You did the Scottish League. Someone did the Scottish Premiership one.
Yes. I'm thinking of like the Indian League next week when I do the Weekly 5. I really am
Can
going
we
to go...
expand this to like futsal and like...
Salisbury versus... I can't think of another team. Who are we playing next week? I have no idea. I'm not playing because I'm going to see
How was the
Spurs
non-league
Leicester.
game you went to?
It was good. Handball versus... I can't remember. Yeah, it was good. Bigger Lynchy up front, honestly. Wins every ball. He's honestly the prime target man. He's unbelievable. He's so effective. Every ball just... It's like the ball belongs on his head. The sound of the ball being hit up to his head and he knocks it on. It's just so effortless.
Right.
It was honestly a pleasure to watch. Up close.
What isn't a pleasure to watch this season is FC United and Manchester, who are 6 points from
that
safety.
transition.
There are
Is there another game? How many games have we done so far?
5, that's all.
Okay.
FC United and Manchester's quick shout out. They are 6 points from safety. They only won 6 this year. They got a goal difference of -24. That is third worst in the league. And things aren't looking good for them, so that's that.
Why did you shout them out?
I just, being a United fan, I feel like FC United and Manchester is kind of a rival, so...
Not really. Not a really big rivalry, that one, but...
Don't care about City
fair
and Liverpool.
enough. Yeah.
Speaking of City and Liverpool, title race.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 4 minutes to talk about till music break. Music break, the music just comes on.
Yeah.
So,
it's not a break. It's
not really a break, it's kind of like a interception.
Yeah.
You're intercepted by music. We don't play music here, the music plays us.
The music barrier. We could just talk about this. We could talk about different names for 4 minutes.
What names?
For music stopping us talking. Barrier.
Luke, just get out.
I could go on for thesaurus. Well, yeah. We have 4 minutes and we'll continue to talk about the title race after the music break.
We only have 3.5 now, so we're going to be talking about the title race.
Ow.
I mean, admittedly, I was saying to Luke today that this period in football, this whole week really, I wouldn't say month, but it's not really, it's just this week. It's incredibly boring because we've passed the transfer window now, so there's no transfer speculation. There's no international break, so there's no big games, although Nations League semi-finals coming up, but that's later.
That's in March, isn't it?
Champions League is yet to return. It is coming back next week, so that's topic of the conversation next week probably. But it is yet to return. The season is still far from finishing, so things could still happen. So it is a bit mundane.
Yeah.
Right now. And because now we're on a Wednesday, should be interesting because we're going to have Champions League scores to predict for that day and to review from the previous day.
Well, we could do that on Thursday. We could preview both.
What's on Thursday?
When we had a show on Thursday, we could do Tuesday's results and Wednesday's results.
Yeah, but now we can't. We're going to have to preview Wednesday.
But you're trying to spin it to be positive.
I mean, it is positive in a way.
Why?
Because you do a preview and a review of the same round.
Fair enough.
You don't get that anywhere else, do you?
Probably not. Probably. Yeah, I'm just going to say that.
So
people listen.
That's going to be going on next week for sure. And don't forget to double upload next week. So next week's show is going to be on there. This week's show is going to be on there at the same time. Because this week you're going to be getting a show from December that has not been uploaded. And that's only going to be an hour and a half, by the way, because that's still from the last year's format.
It's from our Thursday days.
It's from the Thursday days, indeed. What else is going to be going on? I mean, as we mentioned, we might do a watch along, but that's next summer.
I mean, a bit premature.
I mean, it is a bit premature, but I guess we could do a watch along. We could organise something like that for a particular weekend or game.
So when does the Euros kick off?
2020 June.
When
the qualifying starts this March.
So are we going to have to go back into uni to do it?
I guess.
Travel all the way to Southampton?
I guess.
Commitment.
We've been all the way to Southampton. You live here.
No, but I thought we'd be back home by then. We'd be here in summer.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, I guess, but you might not be.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Travel back to Southampton, yeah. Come on. Put some commitment and effort into this.
All the people that watch.
One quick mention as well. Yesterday was the 5th of February. And in 2011, did you see that thing?
No.
In 2011, the 5th of February, it was a Premier League weekend, and it included scores such as Newcastle 4, Arsenal 4, United lost to Wolves. I think there was a 4-3 in there. There were 3-3s in there. It was a mad weekend in the Premier League.
Was that a Sport Bible post that?
It was, yeah.
What a surprise.
Just saying. So we've got 10 seconds till the music might start playing or it might not.
We'll see.
So we're going to find out.
So we'll be back with Premier League talk.
We are going to be back. So enjoy this quick break.
Don't you worry, you've got to an age.
We're back.
We're back.
Again, one of the songs isn't playing, so we can't help that. We're back. We're going to talk. Jamie isn't going to call in, unfortunately. I know everyone was waiting for that and we're excited for that.
Just to confirm that does mean that he does not. He gets minus points? Or does he not? Does he just not get any points?
I'm not sure. I think we're still kind of working out the situation, how he's going to call in. So he's not lost all his points just yet.
But we're going to have to wait and see. And for those of you who weren't listening earlier, Jamie has to call in because he's not here, obviously. So it would be weird if he called in and he wasn't.
Yeah.
So he has to call in because he wasn't here for the weekly 5, so he needs to predict the weekly 5. And last week's weekly 5 was a draw. So that needs to be decided.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that at all, but fine.
That's why you're doing the call-in.
This week's weekly 5 was a draw. No.
I mean, it's for last week.
Last week. Was it? Oh, it was. We literally did that half an hour ago.
Done this like 20 minutes ago.
I was feeling good this morning. I was feeling switched on.
So that's why there's two reasons why Jamie has to call in. And he's kind of relying on Southern Rail Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I mean, does he not have your number?
No.
Do you not want to give him your number?
He never asked. I never proposed to give him the number.
Anyway, well, we sorted that out. We were talking about the title race earlier, or before the break actually. We mentioned we're going to be talking about the title race. And it appears that Liverpool are doing a Liverpool.
Oh, it's a Liverpool now. It's not a Spurs.
I mean, Spurs were never really up there to bottle a title. That's Liverpool's thing. Are you surprised?
When any team does something bad, it's just, you know.
I mean,
it's a Liverpool.
They drew with West Ham. They drew with West Ham. And who else did they? Was it Leicester?
They drew to Leicester. Harry Maguire's head.
And City beat Arsenal. So now the race is back on because there's 3 points between the two. Whereas there could have been a potential gap of around 7 points. Well, there was a 5-point gap.
I could get the table up right now.
But I know there's 3 points between Man City and Liverpool right now. Man City are hot on their tails. Having said that, they do have Chelsea this Sunday. Should be an interesting one. But if Liverpool keep up their form, they're going to be mid-table in about a few weeks.
Oh. 3-point gap. Interesting. And it's nice to see all the Liverpool players uncomfortable when being interviewed about them slipping up with the title and being all annoyed. I think I saw a Sport Bible article which I didn't click on because I don't like to do that. But James Miller getting really.
This is the man who said earlier that he gets most of his news from Sports Bible.
I said I was ashamed of that fact.
He does not click on the articles.
I'm someone that likes to read a title and move on.
Yeah.
I'm taking pleasure in it as a non-Liverpool fan. I think most football fans are, but I don't know. I know we're supposed to give opinions here, but I'm just really looking forward to seeing how it pans out.
It's weird as a United fan seeing this title race because it's kind of horrible. It's like, who would you rather marry? Like your mum or your sister?
Oh my God.
I don't. No, wait.
It's horrible.
I don't know. It's I don't know what to compare it to, but it's like it's the two rivals, and I don't want anyone to win it. But like, who else is there? And there's no one. I mean,
Spurs.
But I don't want Spurs to win. I would rather have City win it than Spurs. Really.
Why?
And out of everyone up there, or out of everyone, you know, the two, Liverpool, City, I would rather have City because Liverpool would catch up with us in terms of titles. They would be on 20. And City, you could say, oh, they bought the title when they really haven't. But you could say that. So
Liverpool fans would be insufferable.
And yeah, exactly. No one wants to see Liverpool win it. Let's be honest, no one.
Yeah, apart from Liverpool fans.
And the thing, if Liverpool wins it, then what's next? Who's going to win it next year? So
Spurs.
No, but what I'm saying is, if Liverpool could win it, anyone could win it. Right?
It's not quite that extreme.
So, you might get West Brom in the Premier League next year.
Need to get promoted first.
They will.
You actually think so?
Right.
Harvey
It's
Barnes
not the.
no longer plays them.
It's not the point. The point is that Liverpool are up there, and it's annoying me as a United fan. However, I can't say I didn't see it coming. It's quite predictable that this was going to happen.
Do you think Liverpool will win the Premier League?
My heart is saying no. My brain's probably saying yes.
Oh,
If it is hard because there's only 10. If they beat West Ham and say City lost to Arsenal, then it would be a different story. Then I'd definitely go, oh yeah, probably Liverpool. Now, sadly I want to say it's going to be City because it's Liverpool
what did you say at the start of the season?
to
Do
win
you
the Prem.
remember? Yeah.
To win the Prem, I said City.
I said City as well, and I think City will win.
Pretty sure I said City. I predicted Chelsea to be up there because Sarri came in and
That turned out well.
new manager, but it did. I mean, I've got a theory about this because if you look at the top 6, minus Tottenham, everyone has had a transition in their management over the past year. So United has a new manager, Arsenal new manager, Chelsea new manager. So the only ones really who have had solid, consistent management are Liverpool, City, and Tottenham. And Guardiola's been there. This is his 3rd season. He's won a title already. However, Klopp's been there longer. Klopp's been there the longest out of the top 6, I believe.
Yeah.
Has he been longer than Pochettino?
I think Pochettino might have been like slightly longer.
Might have been slightly longer, but Spurs will never win the league.
They will.
So
That's just.
I feel like with Klopp, he's been there for 3-4 years.
Yeah.
He's now at the stage where he's brought in a number of players. He knows what he's doing in the Premier League. Many said he might struggle in the Premier League because he's only been in the German league, and it's a different style of play and whatever. I don't think he had a great start, and obviously he did lose the Europa League final, League Cup final, Champions League final, but clearly that kind of hasn't dented them. It's kind of been a learning curve. Last season, Salah's form obviously kind of propelled them to the Champions League final, and you could argue that was a one-off, but as I said, it's not surprising that Liverpool are up there because everyone else around them is going through transitions, whereas Klopp's been at Liverpool for a while and is kind of like an established manager now in the Premier League who clearly knows what he's doing, and he's got the players he wants. The players are playing well under him. Just generally speaking, I think the reason why Liverpool are up there is because everyone else is kind of transitioning. That's my view.
It's a fair point, I think. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but all I think when I think of Liverpool is just I just don't think they have the kind of experience to fight for a title. When you think they're coming up against Man City, there's a lot more established players in there, things like that. So, yeah, and that's why I don't think Liverpool will win, and why I think Man City will win. And I am a Tottenham fan, and I think we're technically in the title race. But I'm not going to be one of those people going, oh, why is everybody ruling Tottenham out of the title race? Why am Tottenham?
Remember that I say you remember it was last week. I know, yesterday or
to be fair, I didn't remember 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Like, Guardiola got asked about, he's like, why are you ruling Tottenham out? And he's like, I never said Tottenham weren't in the race. You just statistically they're not.
I think it's annoying what you see with pundits. For instance, the narrative, for instance, BT Sport, all the pundits will be saying they are Tottenham not in a title race.
How many points are you built at Liverpool?
5.
No, you're out of the title race.
No, why is everyone in Tottenham? That's what always happens. One pundit goes against the grain and thinks they're all this like different thinker. Why is the media ruling Tottenham out? Danny Murphy.
What a pundit! I saw Danny Murphy play it live.
I might have done at some point. He did play for Spurs.
No, when he was I saw him at Fulham.
When did he play for Fulham? When did he start at Fulham?
It was later on in his career, like 2008, 2009.
Was it a home game for Fulham?
Oh well, no. When I saw him was 2011. It was at United. He was playing away. Fulham.
been to Craven Cottage, mate.
Have you?
I do have that.
Is it a nice stadium?
It is a nice stadium on the back of the River Thames. Very, literally, like if a ball goes over.
Yeah, I know where it is. I just haven't been inside. It's got the cottage design.
Yeah.
It's got the what's it called? The timber.
Yeah.
The timber framing or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not an architect.
Neither am I.
The
Asking the wrong
Tudoresque. You know, it's got the Tudoresque design.
Yeah.
It is a unique stadium, I guess, in a way. I mean, the away end is it's quite big. I think my mate went there with Brighton. It's got quite a large away sector. You could.
Well, they're getting relegated this year, so I just thought I'd throw that in.
I thought they'll stay up.
No.
Look, come on! Look at the players they have.
For them.
They've got Schürrle, they've got Sessegnon.
Odoi.
Oh, by the way, I call Sessegnon flopping in the Premier League
I did as well, kind of.
because let's be honest, he's really young, and the Championship. I need to say Champions League. The Championship is so different to Premier League. You can't even compare it. So.
I remember you saying that and me agreeing with you after hearing what you had to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have a certain. I said in the summer that they were going to get relegated, and just spending 100 million on kind of a few names isn't really going to do anything when you have Dennis Odoi at centre back. And I think I've said
What a
this
player.
before. I have a distinct memory of the playoff championship playoff final, and Dennis Odoi got sent off, and I thought, what a shame, because he'll be sold on because he's not good enough for the Premier League. You know, he's helped this team get promoted. He doesn't get to bear the benefit of those fruits, and then he starts, which is very shocking because he's very bad.
I mean, they got Ranieri now. Decent manager. That's kind of goes to show that if he does get relegated, that it's more down to the players than the manager.
Yeah. I'm glad he's not in the public eye as much, because when he was with Leicester, everyone just went on about how much of a nice guy he was. It just got really annoying. Like when he got sacked with Leicester, I was like, it's a disgrace.
I think it is. The fact that he got sacked was a bit
Well,
of a...
if Leicester are doing poorly, then... And they were doing poorly.
Yeah, but it was like... It was like a couple months in the season. It wasn't November.
It obviously wasn't going to turn around, though. It was pretty
Well,
obvious.
it was always... They were never going to go, win the Premier League back-to-back.
No, of course. I think their expectations
But
were... I can't remember what
you
they were.
This manager has just done the unthinkable. He's gotten you to a Champions League quarter-final.
But are you gonna...
Was it quarter-final?
It was...
Around the 16th?
No. It was... good old Craigie Shakespeare got them to quarter-final? Yeah. They beat
Oh,
Sevilla,
yeah,
didn't they?
because
Yeah.
Ranieri got sacked before that. But he's taken Leicester to the Champions
Are
League.
you
Like,
can he just get relegated with them? And then it's alright because he won them a league?
No,
He
no, he
balances out.
I mean, I guess, yeah, if he got relegated, and then even if he did get relegated, I would tell him, stay.
Yeah.
Because I would have, if I was Leicester, if I was in charge of Leicester, I would have Ranieri for as long as he wanted till he died. Because he's only gone and won you a Premier League.
Yeah.
Okay, it might not be doing well right now, but as I just said, it's mainly down to the players, and they were never going to be brilliant after that season. So he was kind of, you would kind of expect that. But that's a different argument. Fulham.
They're like 17 points, I think, last time I looked. Second bottom.
What, Fulham?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
So, I mean, things haven't properly
could be worse.
turned
Could be
round.
Huddersfield. I mean,
Yeah,
Huddersfield
but-
going down is not surprising. I mean,
Huddersfield spent
Surprised they-
2 million in the transfer window.
surprised they stayed up last year.
I predicted them to stay up. Just throw that in there.
So who else? Fulham. Who else? Actually, interesting. Now we talked about the title fight.
Yeah.
What about relegation? We've got 2 minutes to talk about relegation battle.
Uh,
We've mentioned this a lot, but now it's taking more of a decent shape because now you could probably tell that Huddersfield will go down. Fulham are likely to go down. Who else are we saying that's in the mix there? Maybe
I'm
Southampton. We're looking at like Newcastle, maybe. I mean, they
It's-
kind of crawled back up.
It's really kind of Newcastle, Southampton, Burnley and Cardiff all kind of fighting to not get the final relegation spot.
Burnley, I mean, I could see Cardiff. I could see Fulham, Cardiff, and Huddersfield go down. But I'm gonna have to maybe go with Burnley
Oh,
because Brandon predicted Burnley to go down, and he knows the bottom line. He knows the absolute bottom line,
I don't know what that means.
like the bottom line, which is like he knows it.
Okay,
So
all right.
So he knows what he's talking about, basically, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, he, as you heard last week, he has some good football knowledge. And he predicted Burnley to go down. And I wouldn't normally do that. Like, I wouldn't go for Burnley because I always said that Burnley are a solid side, and Sean Dyche, great manager.
Dyche. Great beard.
Yeah. But I think the fact that they have struggled so much this season will mean that Dyche might get fired before the end of the season. They will get someone in, and it will just go down the hill. Like, it will just go. Pfft.
I don't think that would happen. I don't think the firing would happen, but they're definitely realistic.
But I mean, they were like 10th last year, so I think that if I was at Burnley, I'd be looking at. You were just saying that Ranieri was right to be fired because.
No, no, I know. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I think they'll stick by Dyche because they got relegated with him. He the first time he took them up, got relegated. They stuck with him.
But I mean, if it wasn't for Brandon's opinion on that, personally, I'd probably go for Cardiff. But I could see Burnley, is what I'm saying. I could see Burnley, I could see Cardiff, maybe Southampton. Newcastle, I think Benitez has got it figured out there.
Yeah.
So I think. But we are going to take a quick music break, and then we're going to be back for our fourth little 20-minute segment. So, yeah, don't forget to tune in, and see you after that.
All right.
I'm going on during this time. I feel there's no one to save me. This all and nothing really got away. You're driving me crazy. I need somebody to hear, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved. I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to turn to. This all and nothing way of loving, go be sleeping without you. Now I need somebody to know, somebody to hear, somebody to have, just to know how it feels. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you help me escape. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved, and I tend to close my eyes when it hurts. Sometimes I fall into your arms. I'll be safe in your soul till I come back around. For now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love, but now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We are back. That was only one song because, as we mentioned earlier, track 8 isn't working. So anyone at Sonar listening, please can you sort that out?
It'd probably be best to.
We are trying our best.
Yeah.
We have got both turned up, but it just hasn't worked. So that's that. We're back to talk about football. Those of you who just tuned in, you're just waking up, 10:23. It is the general time to wake up for an average student. This is the weekly football breakfast. We're on every Wednesday from 9 till 11. Nearly said 10:30. Old habit.
Yeah.
Wednesday 9 till 11. We talk about football, not just Premier League, but football all time. I mean, we've mentioned everything from the Japanese League to international football to Asia Cup, African Cup of Nations, everything. So that's that. Make sure you do listen to us every Wednesday. If you do miss us, then you could check out our YouTube. We've got a YouTube channel where we upload all the shows. Last week's show was very popular on there, and it's the Weekly Football Breakfast. If you type that into YouTube, it does come up. The channel name is WFB. So go and subscribe to that, and listen back. All the previous shows are on there. Right, before the break we did our weekly five, which is our normal segment. We talked a little bit about the title race, we talked a little bit about relegation, and just everything in between that, really.
Yeah.
We covered that in depth.
There's
Great depth.
new developments.
There has been new developments because one of our hosts, Jamie,
He's not here. He's currently on a train
He's absent.
onto Southampton, on his way to Southampton, but we cannot get in contact with him, so through the phone we can't do a phone in. I don't know what we're going to do about it.
has he not picked up?
No, for some reason I can't call him and he can't call me.
Right.
So, tough times. But what we're going to do about the weekly five then? 'Cause we cannot complete unless he's given his scores.
Indeed. Well,
I think he can do it over Messenger, maybe.
he can, that's what I was thinking about, but that's not going to decide last week's Weekly 5 winner, which was a draw between Luke and Jamie. Annoyingly for me, I am slipping behind. If Jamie wins that will put me in last, and that's quite embarrassing. So,
Well, he might be on minus
make sure that
20
Jamie
points.
doesn't win.
If Callum Patterson flicks it on to Bobby Reid to win 1-0 against Southampton, then he will accept all those points.
Which is
Those
about minus 20.
points. Minus 20. So we have to
Indeed.
hope that happens.
So that will guarantee Jamie to finish in minus, even if he wins all of the Weekly 5s from that one.
It's a bit like our Thursday five-a-side team.
It is. Slabber FC.
We're on minus points because we just missed so many games over the Christmas period.
And we're still not bottom.
We're still not bottom, I don't think. We're not getting relegated. We have nothing to play for.
Rainbow Flicks tomorrow.
Yeah, step overs. I need to learn a new trick.
Luke's like a low-key baller. Like, he just turns up and just does his
I
thing.
think my biggest attribute is my
Footwork. Footwork is definitely his biggest attribute there. So, Jamie wasn't here, as we mentioned earlier, to do the Weekly 5. He was going to call him, but he hasn't. That does mean he's going to do his predictions off air, which is breaking rules of the Weekly 5.
Yeah,
But
there's not many rules.
So this is a one-off, this special occasion. So he's going to be doing that, and then next week we're going to go through the scores, see who predicted it correctly. I mean, let's hope Jamie doesn't cheat and looks at the table for Bar Spartans.
I've just had an idea, right?
What's
is this
that?
possible on air, right? Well, it is possible on air, but is it like... So basically, you know that basketball game on Messenger? We do a face-off, me and Jamie, on that basketball game.
Why not the football one?
That's a good point.
I
Maybe
got
we'll-
100. You know what? I got 140 something on that.
Actually, it's a bad idea because I think I can't get more than 5 on both of them.
It's the
so
easiest thing ever. You just tap.
it just
You
takes
literally
concentration.
You don't have concentration.
I do now. I have newfound concentration in 2019. But in general, I don't. So,
Okay, so no, that's a really bad idea, Luke.
thanks. Wow.
We were gonna have a trivia question. I was gonna come up with a football question. Whoever gets it right wins the Weekly 5. I guess we're just gonna have to do that next week. It's all shifting a bit. Isn't it? The uploads,
It
the
is.
content. It's all a bit all over the place right
It's
now.
not on time.
But blame Jamie, really.
I
I mean, we finally got a third microphone working,
Yeah.
and this happens.
And yet, no one sits in that seat with those headphones on, giving their weekly 5 predictions.
So it's a bit sad.
It is.
Bit sad. What are we going to talk about, Luke?
We've talked about Premier League. We've done our weekly 5. Should we talk about Champions League? I know that's coming up. It's a welcome change
I mean,
in the calendar.
it
of
is
football.
coming up, but only a few games before we do come on live air again. One of them is United PSG, as we mentioned, as we predicted. Luke went for a 2-1 PSG. No, sorry, 2-0 United.
I did, and you said 2-1 United.
I went for a 2-1 United. I thought, PSG, if they had Neymar and we still had Jose, I would go, PSG probably 2-0. But we are a new team. We are a new team. For the last 10 games, we've been smashing out results. If you look at the table, if you did a table based on the last 10 games in the Premier League, United would be top with 22 points, 4 points ahead of Liverpool or City, I don't know who, but we would be up there. We scored the most goals in that period, the last 10 games. We won the most games, we're unbeaten. Maybe like beginner's luck, we'll see. But this one game that I have been dreading, alongside the Arsenal game, I have been worried about the Arsenal game in the FA Cup, but we finished them off. Is that Jamie?
Okay. Alan, let's just... Hello? Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Right, I think we've got Jamie.
Am I on now?
I think you're on air right now.
Hold it there.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
welcome Jamie to the Weekend Football Breakfast.
This has all come together. This is beautiful.
Okay, so I guess you should place him on his chair. If only you could put the phone there. But yeah, okay. So ladies and gentlemen, Jamie is back and he's going to go through his predictions for the Weekly 5, and we're going to do kind of like a face-off to decide.
Okay.
Last week's.
Right, John. Well, can you? Oh no, I can. You hold up. You start reading out the scores because I have the job of holding up the phone to the mic.
What scores? I don't have to read out anything. I just need to write down Jamie's predictions.
Okay.
So
is there enough room?
Yeah, give me the IKEA pencil.
Is there enough room in the piece of paper?
Yeah, there should be.
I was listening in and I've done a bit of research.
Oh,
because for some
that's
reason you've
cheating.
picked Blythe Spartans.
Shouldn't have given you the.
See, that's why I picked Blythe Spartans, because no one would know what they're doing.
Go on.
Right, go on.
Why? Okay. Should I give my predictions from the one I remember?
Should we just go through in the same order?
Just go
we did
through.
It?
I reckon go through. It's Man City against Chelsea first.
All right, Man City, Chelsea.
Okay, Man City, Chelsea, 2-0 City.
2-0 City.
Luke, how do you know that? Who wrote what? Who said what?
Because
you got names.
Yeah, got the.
Oh, so I've gone for 2-0 City as well. So
Yeah.
interesting.
You can hear the train in the background of Jamie's.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Jamie's a
that's-
committed
okay.
member.
So
Just for the listeners, I'm on a train back to Southampton. Last night, I went on a live reporting for the Weekly Football Breakfast to QPR Portsmouth.
I told
can give
you.
my opinion on that after.
And it wasn't 4-3 on pens, was it?
it wasn't. John Ball didn't win the round on that one because he didn't get that prediction right.
By the way, Jamie, this is your chance to overtake me and catch up with Luke, or kind of gain on Luke. So
Oh, is it?
yeah, if not this, this as well, but last week's, which is coming up after this. So United against PSG.
2-1 PSG.
Oh,
Oh,
so you're the first person to go for a PSG win.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause we both. Oh, I said 2-1 to United, and
Controversial.
Luke said 2-0. Southampton against Cardiff.
Oh. 1-1.
1-1. Interesting. You were there last week against Palace. Same result there. Same result.
I was there, yeah, true, forgot about that.
Atletico against Real Madrid. Must have been a hell of an experience. Atletico against Real Madrid.
I'm gonna go 1-1 for that too.
He's going 1-1 again.
a lot of draws.
He's playing it safe.
Yeah.
You see, if you go for a draw, you're playing it safe because you're most likely to get a closer result.
Yeah.
But you're not likely to get a spot on.
Depends on your strategy. If you're trying to game the system, or you're just trying to be.
Yeah, he's trying to be clever. And then lastly, contrasting that game, Blythe Spartan against Darlington.
Blythe Spartans, 3-2 Blythe Spartans.
What a game that's going to be.
I've gone for a high scoring game.
I've gone for 3-0 Blythe Spartans, so fair play.
Right, we need to remember to keep this piece of paper, bring it with us.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'll
So,
put this in my pocket. I hope I remember to do that. Yeah. Do we have any other business of Jamie?
Yeah, we need to decide last week so we can fight. That's the big business.
Okay.
So I'm going to come up with a question while you guys quickly discuss some of the action that's been going on, especially the QPR Portsmouth, because he was there. So
Okay.
you're going to give a few
Have you
comments on
spoken
that.
about,
Oh, no, we
have you
haven't.
spoken about the FA Cup?
No.
No, we haven't. Have we?
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't.
Talk about QPR. Is your moment.
Great. Yeah, we beat Portsmouth 2-0. So not 4-3 on penalty jumble. We played pretty well, to be honest. Like, Portsmouth, the first game, Portsmouth looked quite good, and we probably didn't deserve to get a draw there. But last night we played really well, just outclassed them to show that they were Championship, League One. And obviously came away 2-0 win. Got Watford in the next round.
Oh. What round is it in the FA Cup at this point?
It's 5th round. No?
Fifth round. Alright, I wouldn't know because Spurs are out. Don't want to bring it up
I
again.
do know that.
I think everybody
I
knows
reckon
that.
we're going to win it, to be honest.
The FA Cup or the game against Watford?
No, I reckon we're going to win the FA Cup.
Right. So Jake Bidwell's
I
going to
think-
win the FA Cup.
Yes, Joe Lynch will lift the FA Cup.
Massimo Luongo.
Yeah, Massimo Luongo is a good player. I don't want to hear a
Washington?
bad thing spoken about him.
There's Washington?
Washington doesn't play for us anymore. We sold him ages ago.
I'm a bit behind the times.
Tom Mohamed, Neki Wells,
They are good
Angel
players so
Rangel,
far.
Jeff Cameron.
You have some names. I don't get how you're this low in the Championship. Obviously,
No.
you know,
Easy.
a win can take you up pretty high in the Championship. It's pretty up and down. but,
Yeah, to be fair, Cameron, Rangel and Hamed's all been injured. Which is why.
That's why.
But Hamed came back last night. We got Cameron and Rangel back a month. So things are looking a bit up.
Things are looking rosy for
Things are looking okay for QPR.
Steve McLaren. Do we have the question, John Balls?
We do have the question, but I've been thinking here because I mean, you both got respectable football knowledge. However, I don't want to ask a question that you're not going to know the answer to, because that would be awkward.
Okay.
I have got up-to-date one here. Oh, it's 2018 quiz. I had a 2010 one, which was really good, but I couldn't really. It was kind of out of date because it was talking about Nicolas Anelka still playing. So, okay, here we go.
So this is one question
It's
for the weekly football breakfast win this week.
it's based on international football.
How is this going to work? Because I might be delayed.
Okay.
You might be delayed, but that's why I picked a question that has 4 different answers.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And whoever gets say 3 correct out of the 4 wins. Whoever gets it first correct.
Hang on a
Okay.
second. So say the question. We'll both get a chance. So is it like an A, B, C multiple choice?
No. So I'll tell you the question in a minute. It'll make sense. But there's 4 different correct answers. There's 4. You have to
So
name
there's
4 things,
Oh.
and whoever names
Okay,
3
so there's 4
first
four
wins.
answers for it.
Why don't we do?
And they're all recent.
Is there multiple questions on there?
No, it's one. Okay, right. The question is right. You'll get this in a minute.
Okay.
The question is, which were the last 4 nations to make their FIFA World Cup debut?
Oh.
And it's all happened within the last 3 World Cups.
Okay.
Has it?
So there's 4 countries, and they're all correct. So whoever names 3 wins.
So do we
Okay.
take our turns? Because
No, it's going. No, it's going.
Okay, I'm going to say, but okay. So can I
Go.
say one?
Yeah.
I'll say Iceland.
Yeah.
New
Yeah.
Zealand.
No. Jamie's right. So Jamie's on 1.
Is New Zealand one?
No, it's not.
Oh no.
What? North Korea?
South
No.
Africa.
No, that's wrong. Just keep going. I'll say a name who's got it right.
So what was the question again? They're first to make their debut.
Last 4 nations to make their FIFA World Cup debut. The last 4. They all happened between 2010 and 2018.
Oh, I've
Iran.
not.
No.
Iraq.
No. When was Iraq at the World Cup?
Saudi Arabia made their debut in like 90s.
Eh?
Oh.
I mean, Iceland. Jamie's off to a good start, but
Yeah, you're in the lead.
you're in the right. You're getting the right idea.
I'm just going to block Jamie out by making noise and hope he can't think.
This is making quality radio. This is.
It's just someone tunes in, it's just me going. I have no idea. Could you give us a
I
clue,
have no
maybe?
idea either.
Okay, 2 of them are European and one's from South America.
Oh,
One's from South America. Peruvian.
Well, actually, I want to say Central America, but it's kind of South, so that's Central.
Panama.
Yeah.
Yes!
Luke's got one.
Ah,
1-1. Oh, this is intense.
so Europe. 2 from Europe.
Yeah, 2 from Europe. 2 from Europe. Both were in. One was 2010, and the other was 2014.
2014, Europe 2014.
Finland.
No,
No,
they weren't there.
they're quite bad.
Ukraine.
No,
I think
Poland.
no. You're going for just naming countries, and you're going to get one soon. So I'm going to just start naming. It's not Hungary because
no. We haven't been there since '86, but yeah.
Sweden.
No, Sweden
No.
have been there before.
Oh no.
They're both relatively small countries.
Belgium.
No.
They've been there as well.
Kazakhstan.
Oh, the European.
Oh, stop! Because you're going to get one in the end, Jamie. Stop it.
I thought this was relatively easy because it's.
No
I
one
don't know.
cares about the small countries.
But it's the World Cup. There's only 32 teams, and it's because their debut, they're new. You thought
No
you
one
would.
does care about the small countries.
Yeah. Whereabouts in Europe are they located?
Well, okay. Whoever gets this next one then wins. They're all kind of eastern/south. They're both. Sorry, they're both. They're quite. They got. I mean, they both got star players. I guess that play at like, even in the one used to play in England.
Denmark.
No.
I said south. Slash east.
Oh, south. Okay. I didn't
Slash
hear that.
east. It's east/south.
Okay, my
I didn't hear
geography's bad.
Croatia.
No.
Moldova, no.
No, it was close to Croatia.
Slovenia, Slovakia.
Yeah, there you go. Luke wins.
Yes.
Luke wins that. And the other country was, you got Panama and Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Oh.
Bosnia was
Bosnia.
24 because Czechia. I thought you might get that. But Slovakia in 2010, obviously with Hamšík and co, was that. So Luke takes that.
I take the cake. I'm three.
So I like you, Jamie. I mean, he was good start there, Iceland.
Yeah.
He said it straight away.
And you just started naming random countries.
And then but I think
Yeah, that was
that was a good
tough
good way
question.
to settle.
yeah.
Good way to settle this. Then that means Luke does get a point, so he's on 6.
6-2-2, is it?
6-2-2.
In the standings.
We would normally have a music break right now, but we're going to skip that. And we're going to talk a little
Again,
bit.
do we have the authority to do that?
We do, because we're going to talk a little bit more about football, and at 1:45 we're going to finish and start playing some
of course.
tunes.
Are we keeping Jamie on?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
do you
guess-
want me to stay on the phone?
I think
I guess
that's good.
So that settled last week's weekly file with an intense finish that went down to the wire.
Oh no. I'm sweating right now.
Indeed. I mean, Slovenia was a good shout because I don't know if they were to a World Cup before, but because Slovakia is a new country,
Yeah.
that
true.
would make sense. Yeah, I mean,
Well, it's not that new.
there were a few. The other it's formed in the 90s.
Yeah.
The other question I was going to ask was how many times have West Ham finished a league season as London's top club?
I thought I was going to say
many is-
never,
how-
but
How
It's
many is
called-
what?
How many times have they finished a league season as London's top club? So out of all the teams in London, how many times has West Ham
Tottenham.
finished? No, West Ham.
West Ham. Oh, I don't know.
But it's 4 times as well.
how? What, in, like, before the
Yeah.
First World War?
No, yeah, well, actually, it was before the second. 3 times out of that was before the Second World War.
Thought so.
And one was in the 80s when they finished 3rd. But funny enough,
To be
in
fair,
90,
we finished as London's top club before.
it's probably
Keep going.
1800s. That.
When was that?
80s.
Oh, fair enough.
Funny enough,
90s,
in
no, 90s. Early
1924,
90s was the last time.
1924, West Ham finished 13th, and they were still the top London club.
That's bad. isn't it?
13th.
Yeah, that is bad.
But yeah, that's that. So that's an intense finish to the weekly 5. Next week
Yeah,
we're going to
a
be
drawn
back.
out one.
We're going to be back to review the scores, and it's our chance to gain some points on Luke. We've all made solid predictions. I mean, Jamie's played it safe with the draw.
Yeah.
I've gone for a few ambitious scores, and Luke's done his usual thing by going 2-1 with everything. Just
3-1, actually.
3-1, just statistically making sure that he gets closer with the score. But that is pretty much all we're going to have time for. We're going to finish at 1:45 this week.
Yeah, Sean's
but
got to shoot.
Yeah, I've got to go off. Jamie's obviously not here. But next week, the crew's going to be back together. The gang. Jamie's going to be here.
It is, yeah. Squad's back together.
We're going to discuss football. By then, we'll have Champions League action on the way. We're going to cover the Premier League action that's going to be happening over the weekend. And many, many more debates. Many, many more action going on in the studio.
Yeah.
And make sure you tune in then. But if they can't, then what do, Luke?
They go to the YouTube channel called WFB. But if you do type in on the search bar... John Wall keeps on trying to flick his IKEA pencil. If you go onto the search bar and you type in The Weekly Football Breakfast, our channel comes up and our videos come up. Give it a click, give it a listen. You can listen back on any episode you so desire. Yeah, I think that's it. I
think that's all. That is indeed correct. So make sure you do that. Subscribe. Listen back and do all those things if you have missed today's show, or if you just want to listen again.
Yeah, I know. Well, I will.
So yeah, it's been great to host this week's Weekly Football Breakfast. As always, make sure you tune in next week. So I think it's goodbye from us. Jamie on the phone.
One last thing, Jamie. Do you have anything?
I have just arrived back in Southampton, so listeners might want to know that.
So Jamie is in Southampton, so if you want to catch him or get a quick autograph, then he's at Southampton Central Station right now. So make sure you do get down there and ambush him. So that's all.
Okay.
Bye. See you next week.
Bye.
Right, bye.
Okay, we've hung up on Jamie, and now we'll hang up on the listeners.
You're going to hang up on... Yeah, indeed.
We're going to play some music and... say farewell for this week.
Indeed we are. So what we're going to play?
Do
you want some Dave, some Funky Friday? What a tune that is.
No, we've played that too much.
We have. Travis Scott.
Should we think about this decision, or do you have enough time? Do you not have enough time? Okay.
I need to shoot.
Let's play. I don't know what this song is, so we'll just play it. All right. See ya.
That's just not playing, is it, though? This is very amateurish from us.
I think it is playing.
No.
Listen.
Now it's playing.
There we go.
So it's My Love by Route 94.
Actually, no, we're not going to play that. We'll just play...
No, we're not going to play that.
We're going to play Dave.
We're going to play Dave. Funky Friday by Dave. So yeah, that's it from all of us here. I mean, we should do this. We should do this when we got our voice over the music.
Yeah.
When we finish.
Yeah.
This is good.
Right,
cool. Okay. So thank you very much for tuning in, and boom, see you next week.
Bye.
How are them man still hating? My young boy in a different country, but he ain't never been on vacation. One hand on a girl I'm dating, one hand on the cash I'm making. We come through like Funky Friday and have all your man them skating. I came in 550 on trainers. Island girl amazing, could be Bayesian, Trini or Haitian. She got a bag with flowers. If the trainers match, I'll take it. Me and bro just shut down Gucci, had the whole of the shop floor waiting. Who's that girl in a line with a big behind us looking all tempting? If her friend is a dead thing, take one for the team with a brethren. Two paintings at the entrance, want attention, but a man can't let them. She must think I'm a reverend. You ain't coming here getting redemption, no way. At this age, how are them man still hating? My young boy in a different country, but he ain't never been on vacation. One hand on a girl I'm dating, one hand on the cash I'm making. We come through like Funky Friday and have all of your man them skating.
I see them man skating now. I'm talking about running their legs. My youngins in country plugging a Z. He can't even butt me till nothing is left. I flooded my right, I flooded my left. I'm ducking your wife, I'm ducking the feds. The bell on the trap is buzzing again, but still I ain't trying to get busted by feds. Look man, I ain't caught the bus in a sec. It's me and my Rambo cutting through West. The way that I went and just flooded my neck, I'm shocked that I ain't got a struggle for breath. When me and the missus be going on dates, she's holding a dipper, I'm holding her waist. Just see some pics moving low in the main, so I phoned up my brother and just told him to play.
Tell a pen girl you can hate
HMU. I don't wanna cuddle in HUG. And I'm still shopping in HMV for all of my brothers in HMP. Heard you got a girl going DM you. If I DM'd you, would she DM me? Young black brother, I'm a stylish G. Man, I put the IC in IC3. They tell me I'm gifted in rap. Nothing was nice, used to live in a trap. Now if I go ask that chick for a snap, I could bet money she's giving me that. I'm always in Harrods, I'm filling the bag. Them brother, I'm a winners, them brother, I'm a smack. Gal at my vid and them brother, I'm a stab. They get picked in the foreigns and ditched in the cab. Game. At this age, how are them man still hating? My young boy in a different country, but he ain't never been on vacation. One hand on a girl I'm dating, one hand on the cash I'm making. We come through like Funky Friday and have all of your man them skating.
Testing. Did it?
Also, right?
That's your one.
1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm.
Testing.
Nothing.
Testing.
Yeah, that's right.
Testing.
That's mine, isn't it?
Testing.
Nah, nothing.
I'm pretty sure that's mine.